I was given a glass of Kool-Aid, and so were the other children. This Kool-Aid was spiked with LSD. It was horrible.
Welcome back, usins. So today on horror games based on real life, we're going to be discussing Outlast 1 and 2. They're both first-person survival horror games. Let's start with Outlast 1. Outlast 1 is set in Mount Massive Asylum, and you play as a journalist investigating claims of abuse that are happening within the asylum from a previous worker. Once you get inside, you're met with absolute chaos. Patients have become violent, they're also roaming free, you become trapped and must escape whilst surviving these patients.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Bro. You can't hide! Bro. No, it's locked. What do I do? What do I do?
Whilst attempting to escape, you come across documents and folders. Now, although they are altered for the game, they're based on the real CIA documents for MKUltra. MKUltra was an illegal human experiment program conducted by the CIA. It began on 1953 and ran through to 1973. They gave drugs to test reactions, attempted to do mind control, there was a lot of psychological torture, psychoactive drugs used, electroshock therapy, sleep and sensory deprivation. And we can see this in the notes throughout the Outlast game. We can also see it in the patients we come across that are chasing us. You know, some of the bodies that are found left in beds. We can see a lot of this went on within the game.
The harder I try to escape, the farther I get into this god-awful place, like fighting a tar pit. They've been torturing people in the basement and by method. Written on the walls, fingers first, then balls and tongue. Somebody's managing the torture.
In the game, when MKUltra project was dropped, it was then picked up and continued by a company called Murkoff Corporation. Now, moving into Outlast 2, we see Blake and Lynn Lagerman, a husband and wife team of reporters who are looking into the death of a pregnant woman. This lands us in a small town in the deep forest, and in this town we come across a cult. This cult introduces us to Sullivan, the preacher, and his followers in Temple Gate.
Never get her back. Not before the birth. We are the hands of the Lord. We cannot fail.
Oh my God, he's still
Sullivan
doing it.
and his followers are actually based on a real cult and an event known as the Jonestown Massacre. Now, the biggest hints that we get for this is as you are going around the map, you see a lot of cyanide bottles laying on the tables, and then the biggest one is towards the end, is when the preacher Sullivan kills the whole entire town and then kills himself, which is the events that happened in Jonestown Massacre.
Bro, I'm not even thinking right now. I'm so silent and reading this. I'm out of it.
But I expect the answers them.
And against all reason, today the Jonestown story got much worse.
The original count of persons found dead at the Jonestown site has been found to be seriously in error. It now appears there may be as many as 780 bodies total found at the site. They were found simply buried under other bodies.
What do you think? Do you think knowing the real life situation which these games are based upon make the games 10 times more terrifying? Did you know these facts? Did you read the documents throughout the game and pick up on what was being hinted at? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this style of content, let me know what other games you'd like me to cover. Leave any feedback down below. Like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and thank you for taking the time to watch.